Hey everybody, welcome to etrailer.com. I'm Bobby, and today we're taking a look at the ISSE Hybrid Snow Socks here today on our 2020 Tesla Model Y. Now guys, this can be a very nice way of getting yourself a traction device for your vehicle. So you're probably going to start seeing the signage posted around some of the states around here in the United States changing a little bit differently, as these guys are kind of a newer tech that's coming out to give yourself some traction for your vehicle. So now normally how most of your traction devices work is normally your standard snow tire chain, right? You get your square link, twisted link, and V-bar links, and what those guys do is kind of plow through and churn through that snow and that ice and give you your traction by kind of digging into that stuff and pulling you through. These guys actually do an entirely different thing. You have this fabric here, and what it's doing is it's actually absorbing that water that that ice has on it naturally. So what usually happens for you guys when you're sliding, losing control on that ice, you're actually hydroplaning right on that top. You got that thin layer of water that makes it really slick because that ice is melting as that friction of your tire is actually heating it up. So that can actually lead you to lose traction. So what happens here, it actually absorbs that water, which is going to stop you from actually sliding, right? But you might be thinking to yourself, like I was, well, that's going to immediately fill up with water pretty quick, right? There's a lot of water, a lot of ice on those roads. Well, what happens is when it becomes wet, that actually forms a new friction element for yourself. Imagine you're washing your hands, right? And you go to grab some ice cubes out of that freezer at home. Those can sometimes stick to your hand, right? That's actually what's going to be happening here, but on a more industrial scale, right? We're actually getting the entirety of our wheel coated, and this friction that's going to be generated here is actually what's going to give us that traction through that ice. So that's what's pretty cool about it. Now, saying that though, probably not going to do so well in really thick snow. I think if you do have a lot of snow buildup, these guys are just not going to be able to plow through it quite like you would expect a lot of your chains to do. However, they are going to be excellent to make sure you have traction, that you're not going to be sliding, that we're not going to have any issues with ice. So that's what's really cool about these guys. I think they're going to be excellent for highway driving. Like I said, they are going to make you state legal in states like Colorado. Now, I would always check with your state's requirements. Sometimes they're ever changing, and they might not be quite out to market yet in that area. But I do know they are made to the Colorado's state transportation guidelines, so these guys are going to be a-okay to get you where you want to go. Well, you guys will notice too here today we do have it on our rear wheel. That is because most of the Model Ys are going to be a rear wheel drive. Now if you do have the upgraded models, they are going to be an all-wheel vehicle, so these are going to be still safe to go ahead, throw in the back here to make sure we have good traction and get where we want to go. Well, the installation of these guys take no time at all, which is one huge advantage over them. I will say though, you will need to be able to move your vehicle, and again, I don't think these are going to be so great of getting you out of a tight spot. If you do find yourself on the side of the road somewhere, they're just not going to do a great job, like we said, of churning through and biting through like you would expect from a normal chain. However, these are going to be excellent to throw on in a pinch, either while we're going down, we can pull off to the side of the road somewhere if we know we're expecting a little bit of weather, or just throwing these on inside of our garage and keeping them on the whole time. Now, I will say I saw that these guys have a 30 mile per hour rating, so probably going to be great to throw on when you know you're expecting that stuff. What's nice, you know, in states like Colorado, they do have those pull-off points for yourself. However, that could be the one failing I see of these guys. You're not going to get to that high mile per hour that you might expect when you are going on your normal highway driving. So that's something I would kind of look at. These are going to be great to throw on in a pinch though, like we said. Let's go ahead and see how we get them installed. All right, guys, to start getting your snow sock on, all you want to do is simply take it like so and start placing it around your tire. Now, the one thing you can do to try to keep that constant pressure on the sides here. Now, of course, we're not going to be able to get this all the way around our tire quite yet. What we're going to do is try to get most of it on there. And then we are going to roll our vehicle forward so we can go ahead and actually get the rest of it on there. Alrighty. Looks like we're in a half decent spot here. Let's go ahead, roll forward to where we have this guy underneath us, and we can pull the rest on top of it. All right, guys, now that we pulled it forward, we go ahead and reseat the rest of this guy. So I'm simply gonna take it, pull it around the back there, get that nice fit for itself, and get this away from my rim here. Make sure I am covering that entirety of my wheel. So there we do have a nice fit here. Now you can always kind of do a little bit of adjustment, and now as you guys are going to drive too, this is going to conform to your wheel better. So right here we are in a good little spot. I myself, if I was having this at home, might take it back a little bit, pull this guy back up to the middle here of our rim. However, this is still going to work great for us here today. Well, as you guys saw, that installation doesn't take any time at all. That's one really nice thing about these snow socks. I like how easy it is just to get them on there. It will come with this nice little traveling case too, which can be great, of course, get these wet items and keep them from getting icky and gross in your car. Keep them inside here. Now, I will say it has a little grommet to let a little water out, so it's not going to be 100% sealed, but I think setting on its side like this is going to allow it to pool inside there, and then we can get it out. One thing that's cool about them too, these are machine washable, so you know they are going to get gross, they're going to get dirty. However, we can go ahead, get them cleaned, and that way they're ready to go for the next run. Well guys, I think that about does it for our look at the ISSE Hybrid Snow Socks here today on our 2020 Tesla Model Y. I'm Bobby. Thank you for watching.